Okay, we're given that AB is parallel to CD. AD is parallel to BC. We're also given that GD bisects angle ADC. GC bisects angle DCB. We're given the measure of angle DCG is 35 degrees. We're looking for the measure of angle GEB. Now let's mark some information on the graph itself. Okay. First of all, we know that this angle, DCG, is 35 degrees. That's given to us. Okay. So then we can say that this angle here, I name this angle as angle 1. Okay. So then we can say angle 1 is equal to 35 times 2, 70 degrees. What's the reason for that? This is the reason though. This is the reason. Let me put the reason there. Why am I doing that? Because we're given, right? GC bisects angle DCB. Bisects means to cut that angle into 2 equal parts. So that is why we say this big angle is 2 times this 35 degrees, because this angle is also 35 degrees. Okay, then why? Then we know that these 2 line segments are parallel given that, right? Okay, we're given that AD is parallel to BC. Remember, this information is given to us. Well, we did not make it up. Okay, when they are given, when that information is given to us, what can we do with it? There are so many things that we can do with those parallel lines. But remember, looking for the measure of angle there, then how does this help us to find angles or the missing angle there? Remember these 2 segments. Let me extend them. Okay, these 2 are parallel. AD, BC, those 2 are parallel. Okay, we can see that angle 1 and angle 2. Let me mark angle 2 there. I want to mark this angle, the big angle here, as angle 2. Okay, so we can say that angle 1 and angle 2, that's a pair of supplementary angles. Means angle 1 plus angle 2. Okay, they are, that the result is 180 degrees. How do we know? Because these 2 angles are called, let me see where to put that. They are called same side or consecutive, right? Interior angles. Okay. So same side interior angles are supplementary angles. We have learned that before. So in case we cannot see this, I'm going to see if I can give the different color there. Okay. Same side interior angles are supplementary angles. That means, because angle 1 is 70 degrees, right? That means angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees minus 70. Should be 110 degrees. Okay, so because we're given that DG bisects angle DCB, that's angle 2, right? I'll put angle 2 there so it's easier for us to understand. So we can say that angle talk about this angle now, this smaller angle, okay? I name this smaller angle as angle 3, this angle, okay? So we can say angle 3 is half of angle 2 because DG bisects angle 2, right? We can say that's half of angle 2. So angle 3 is 55 degrees. Why do we need to find angle 3? Remember, we want to find this angle there. Okay, now several more steps before we get to the missing angle. Okay, when we find angle 3, now let's look at these two angles. I'm going to draw another letter Z here. Okay, so angle 3 and angle 4. This is angle 4, for example, okay? That's angle 4. They are both in the same letter Z. So they are, again, alternate interior angles, and they are congruent. Why? Because these two segments are parallel. We're given that. Right? So we can say, okay, angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. Why? Because they are, let me type it out, because they are alternate interior angles, okay, of what? Parallel lines. Okay, that's why we say angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. So we can say that angle 4 is also 55 degrees. Now, please look. Now we know that angle 4 and the missing angle, an angle GEB, they add up to be 180 degrees because these two angles are what? Are supplementary angles. That's a linear pair. They make one line. Makes sense, right? 180 degrees. So we can say that the measure of angle G, okay, let me type it out. Why do they add up to be 180 degrees? Because those two angles are linear pair. Linear pair means these two angles make a straight angle or make a straight line or make a 180-degree angle there. Okay, that's why we say angle 4 plus angle GEB is 180 degrees. So now the rest will be just doing the math there. So the measure of angle GEB is equal to 180 minus 55. So the measure of angle GEB is 125 degrees.